What's up, everybody? I'm here with Plato. Welcome to the show. We're going to be talking about the new Robin Hood series from Canada. Okay, you can't watch it without a VPN. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm a little bit tempted because of all of the backlash that it's getting. A lot of people are complaining that the show absolutely sucks. Disbrew's watching it. The entire fellowship is watching it. YouTubers that I watch have already reviewed some of it. I haven't seen any good reviews, but the director has also not seen good reviews. He's only seen negative ones, and so now he is angry, like in the photo behind me. He is lashing out at the entire YouTube community, okay? Everybody. He's mad at everybody. He's lashing out at the people he subscribes to. He's lashing out at, I guess, racists, whoever he thinks they might be. Check this out. This is from Bounding into Comics. Now, they compiled a whole lot of information about this. They put everything into one story, which I think is awesome, which is why I'm using Bounding into Comics article. So shout out to you guys for being so thorough. And as far as I know, this situation is ongoing. I mean, this guy's on Twitter right now, still complaining. And we're going to talk about that today, because this is just another woke TV show. But the director is making it known that he's upset that people realize it's a woke TV show and that nobody likes it. Apparently unable to accept that his modern reimagining of the arrow-slinging outlaw may only appeal to a very, very small niche of audiences, Robin Hood Julian Christian Lutz has lashed out at critics of his new series, accusing them of not just being angry nerds, but also outright racists. Wow. I haven't heard that excuse in so long. I mean, I think it's been about, 3 or 4 days. Every single time a woke TV show comes out and people don't like it, it's not just that the show isn't good. No, because for these narcissistic, ego-fueled directors, it's all about racism. If you don't like the show, you're a racist. Whether you be white, black, Asian, or Latino, or anything else, if you don't like my show, it's just racism. It's just review bombing. IMDb, not accurate. The accounts there, not accurate. My show is perfect, and you reviewing it negatively means that you're fake and racist. Okay, so let's see. Oh my goodness, another picture where he looks absolutely miserable. What a big shocker. I don't think I've seen a video where this guy is smiling. But created by Lutz, otherwise known by his alias Director X. Oh man, I'm a director, but I'm not just any. I'm Director X. Puts on his Judge Dredd helmet, pulls out his gun. He's like, let's go make a TV show. I'm not like other directors. I've got that X factor. At least he did until this week. And focusing a story by Orphan Black story coordinator Chris Roberts, the 8-episode near-fi action drama is described by its host network, Canada's Global Television Network, as a contemporary reimagining. I just love seeing that word, reimagining, where they reimagine the entire core of the story and reimagine the dialogue too. But it's a reimagining of Robin Hood, wherein Robin is a fearless young woman who is not just another superhero with abilities normal people don't have. Gee, I wonder what those abilities could be. Could it be the fact that she's strong and independent, or a fearless young woman? Wow, what an original idea. I don't think I've heard anybody come up with an idea like that, especially not in the last 5 years. A strong female character? So original. Clearly, you're passionate about your project and want to show people your art. She is a Gen Zer, big surprise, driven by the injustices of today, of course, who embraces the heroic, hopeful, and playful elements of the world's most recognizable folk hero. Details the series' official synopsis. She learns to fight for what's right, to care for and lead her followers. She's a leader, remember, strong leader, just like Snow White, just like Little Mermaid, just like the girl from Wish, Asha, just like Black Widow, just like Ahsoka, just like Sabine, just like She-Hulk. Oh boy. I mean, are you all sick of this yet? I'm kind of sick of it, but it's so funny to see them continue to do it, you know? It's just so mind-boggling that it's comical, really. And like all Robin Hood since the first ballad, Robin holds those in power to account by using their greed against them to help her community. I remember seeing that word in the Wish movie synopsis as well. A strong female leader who wants to save her community. This is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. I mean, Hollywood, Disney, Marvel, they're all the same, and they've all run completely out of ideas, and they're just rehashing each other's ideas, regardless of the fact that they're completely terrible, awful ideas that nobody should be putting in shows. Whatever. Robin Hood follows Robin Loxley, a young woman who's masked hip-hop band The Hood, okay? Her band is called The Hood. Is known for their inventive videos, an anti-authoritarian message. It adds, she lives in Sherwood Towers. By the way, wait until you see Sheriff of Nottingham, okay? There you go. That is the new Sheriff of Nottingham for the new show. A redhead, ugly, mean-looking lady. She just looks awful to watch on screen. She's probably going to be just snide and angry, just shouting at people the whole show because she's white and a redhead. And Hollywood doesn't like redheads anymore. And I guess people in Canada don't like redheads in their shows anymore. Yeah. But let's just take a moment to be real, okay? That's not the Sheriff of Nottingham. This is the Sheriff of Nottingham. This guy right here, Alan Rickman. Much better Sheriff of Nottingham, much scarier. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm just not buying this. And by the way, the person that she's fighting against in this show is a property developer. Oh, such a huge, terrible thing. John Prince, the property developer, and the Sheriff of New Nottingham. Robyn and her band, the Hood, decide to fight back, righting the wrongs of the corrupt elite to give back to the people who were living under their regime. So this guy goes on Twitter, starts complaining about the IMDb ratings. He's getting 1 stars from countries where the show doesn't air or stream, even though he was suggesting to people that they use VPN. And then he's like, hey, but you people who used VPN, you didn't really use VPN. Like, wait, what? Or how could you use VPN? None of his arguments make sense. Further, it should be noted that though the series is currently region locked to the Great White North, these international ratings may be the result of audiences using a VPN to watch the show. A workaround which was itself heavily promoted by Lutz in the lead up to Robyn Hood's release. So all these people that he told to use VPN used VPN to watch it, right? I mean, they went through the effort, they watched the show. Asked by a fan on September 27th if the series had an American broadcaster yet, the director of Drake's Hotline Bling music video asserted, not yet, it's VPN time. Oh, that's the guy who made the Hotline Bling music video? He directed that? Oh, well, no surprise. But he's like, not yet, it's VPN time, and then he goes on and argues with more people. You've all arrived. I love how these folks see an obvious review bomb and say VPN. Y'all really play stupid. Is it our fault that you're the one who suggested people watch via VPN? But that's okay, because Ryan Kinnell, he was on the case right away. He saw that stupidity, and he's like, you literally told people to use a VPN to watch it internationally a few days ago. Now you're acting like it's a wild thing to suggest. I know this is hard to imagine, but maybe people don't like the show? No. That's not possible, Ryan. Okay? It's racism, obviously. Everyone knows that this is like a 95% Rotten Tomatoes audience scoring show. And the only people who didn't like it were racists, misogynists, and tyrants. So please, Ryan, come on. Enough with the logic. But then he's like, okay, bud. Director X fired back. He says it's an obvious bombing. Even if these peoples actually watch the show, you all act like what is in front of our face isn't happening. Well, I do know that what is in front of our face is a guy crying like a child, even though he's an adult. I mean, these are the people who are making movies. They go online, they just start crying and complaining at these people. I mean, you knew what you were getting into by making a TV show. Obviously, some people weren't going to like it, even if some people did. But you also knew what you were doing when you put woke themes into your show. When you made a crap show, allegedly. I haven't seen it. I could be wrong, but I'm not hearing any good things about it. I'd love to see some of you guys tell me how good it is in the comments. Always love to see those comments. Like, it's an amazing show. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, sure. Even if we were to accept that all of these 1-star reviews were review bombing, like, what about all these others? I mean, people who did like it somewhat, there weren't even that many of them. That's why he's so focused on these 1-star reviews. Because look how many good reviews there are. Not a lot. 110-star reviews are probably the actual review bombing. And then the 9s that are 8, 6, 6, 4, 2, 1. I mean, what, like 40 or 50 people reacted to a show? My goodness. No wonder. And he got mad at the Common Nerds Robyn Hood remake will fail. He got mad at Pop Culture Crisis. He got mad at Hypnotic. Offering a disingenuous impression of these YouTubers, the director then mocked, a black woman is going to be Robyn Hood. It's going to be horrible. How could black kids do Robyn Hood? This is all from his mouth. Nobody else has said anything like this. People are just, we're really sensitive and desensitized to today's Hollywood agenda. We can smell it coming from a mile away. We know when something's going to be at least even slightly woke. Sometimes we're wrong, but most of the time we're right, because there is a very well-known agenda being pushed by Hollywood to make men weak, women strong at the cost of men, and taking all of these main characters who are redheaded women and men and then race swapping them, okay, with no explanation, changing their entire backstories, and then accusing everybody else of being racist for noticing and pointing it out, and then pointing it out why it makes the show bad. They have no self-awareness. There is not one creative bone in these people's bodies. They're all throwing up in each other's mouths, throwing up each other's ideas in each other's mouths, and just spewing them out at everybody else. It's all the same thing. There is no artistry on display here. It's no longer about the audiences. It's all about the message. And if it wasn't about the message, then this wouldn't be happening. And just so you can have some clarity on what Nerdrotic posted, check this out. Alternate opening for Robin Hood. That was a clever troll. And he also goes on and complains about them. I almost forgot about this part. He starts going after these guys' manhood. Okay, it was at this point in the video that Lutz's rhetoric took a left turn, as rather than directly addressing his critics' complaints towards Robin Hood, which that's exactly what's happening. He's not even addressing the complaints. All he is like black, racist, right? He proceeded to take an unrelated and bizarre swing at their masculinity. This is truly bizarre. Quote, and remember, these guys will tell you the type of men they are. He said, real men, eh? Yeah, so that's what these guys are doing with themselves, Lutz spiraled. This is the time they have in their life. This is the manosphere. This is what a man does. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. If you ever have the guts to talk to a girl and start a conversation, most of these guys that he's complaining about are married. If you ever have that ability, I'm sure some of you do, would you tell her you made a user account on IMDb so you could review Robin Hood? He condescendingly taunted. Is that a thing you would do to get your head in the conversation? Would you tell her that? You're a man, right? You're a man king. Not even sure what to say to that, really. Not sure what to say, but I do know that a lot of those guys that he's complaining about, they're all married, they all have kids, and they're happy, okay? A lot of them aren't racist either. Drawing his rant to a close, Lutz declared, so that's what these men are dealing with. That's what's going on. That's why I'll let my haters know Robin Hood. Wednesdays on Global, 10 p.m. Eastern after Survivor and Ghosts. He says, quote, and we can't just mind these youth, bro. He concluded his video. What are you going to do? It's a goof thing, bro. Effing goofs. I guess he's not going to be watching their channels anymore? That's a shame. It lost such a prominent viewer. Returning to the topic the next day via Twitter, Lutz ultimately shot back. My comments are filled with people saying my show isn't getting review bombed, as they pile into every social media platform to talk S. But I'm sure IMDb is sacred ground where y'all would never act as you do here on Instagram or Twitter. Y'all really think people can't see what's happening? You can't just blame everybody else. You have to take some accountability for yourself. You have to recognize whether your show is good or bad, especially if you want a second season. I don't know if he wants a second season or if he was just trying to push this one out there, hoping that nobody would see it so that that woke nonsense could be out there for everyone to watch. And as far as I know, this guy is still on Twitter complaining. He might even be writing a tweet against Nerdrotic as we speak. It's definitely entertaining, but also kind of sad because it brings to light the social disconnect and mental disconnect that these people have with their audiences and with other normal people in general. Like, they don't understand why their shows are bad. They can't process it. Or maybe they can, and their plan all along was to attack white people for not liking it. But who knows? Who knows? I can only speculate until more is to come out about this story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and share it with your friends. That would be awesome. And hey, if you're feeling ultra spicy, consider subscribing so that you're always up to date on what kind of thing I've got going on. I look forward to seeing you guys again next time. Later. Meow, meow.